Hey everybody, it's Maggie from Personal Euphoria with today's plank story. Today's plank story is more of a fun fact, or a fact I found fun. Let's say you don't want to plank. What I'm going to suggest is you sit nice and tall. You could also do this standing. You're going to reach one arm down and the other up and actively reach in opposition. And then let that turn into a side bend. And then rotate your torso to the floor, back to the side bend and come on up. And then you do that to the other side. One arm actively reaches down. One arm actively reaches up. You turn that into a side bend and then rotate to the floor, back to the side, and come on up. And you can move through that at whatever pace feels good. If it feels good to hold the side bend for a breath or two and then the twist, you can do what you need. All right. So this weekend, Matt and I went down to Newport and we toured the mansions, the Breakers and Marble House. And Alva Vanderbilt owned Marble House, and she was a suffragist. And they kept referring to that. She's a suffragist, she's a suffragist. And Matt said, I wonder why they're calling her a suffragist versus a suffragette. And I said, well, suffragist is just generic. You can use that for anyone. And he was like, but would she prefer suffragist or suffragette? So I Googled it, and so a suffragist is someone who's fighting for the vote. And when women were fighting for the right to vote, a guy had written an article and called women suffragists suffragettes, and he did it to bring them down, to say, oh, they're little, and to be diminutive. So it was very much a negative article about women fighting for the right to vote. And apparently in England, they decided to take ownership of the word. You're not going to call us this. We are suffragettes. And they started calling themselves suffragettes. But in the US, women fighting for the vote found that offensive from that article. So they wanted to still be called suffragists. So location is ultimately what determined that. So unless she had a different opinion, I guess if from what generally we know of history, she may have preferred suffragist. With that, I hope you have a good day, and as always, keep moving.